Imagine a world where the sun has finally burned out, leaving humanity huddled around the last flickering embers of civilization. You are part of a small, isolated community struggling to survive in the perpetual twilight, where resources are scarce, hope is rarer, and the cold is a constant companion. But in this darkness, you find something unexpected, a connection that burns brighter than any star. Welcome to Last Light, the heartwarming, emotionally charged, and deeply romantic post-apocalyptic novel by Claire Kent. If you love found family tropes, slow burn romance, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated joy of finding love in a world that has lost its way, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in contemporary romance, blending the visceral chill of a dying world with the profound warmth of human connection. The narrative kicks off with our protagonist navigating the daily struggles of survival, only to cross paths with someone who challenges their defenses and reignites a spark they thought was long extinguished. The atmosphere is thick with the silence of a frozen landscape, the glow of shared fires, and the creeping dread and delight of knowing that every moment of intimacy is a rebellion against the encroaching dark. Kent excels at capturing the psychological toll of isolation, making every shared meal, every quiet conversation, and every tentative touch feel like a high-stakes gamble where the price of failure is losing the only light left in your life. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular hope in darkness trope and the brilliant emotional resilience dynamic. This isn't just about staying alive, it's about learning to live again, navigating the complex emotions of grief and new beginnings, and using human connection to outsmart the despair that threatens to consume everyone. Watching the protagonist lower their guard, forge a deep bond with their love interest, and completely shock cynical survivors with their stubborn refusal to give up on happiness is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the romance to life, perfectly capturing the soft whispers of affection and the heavy silence of a world holding its breath, making every intimate moment feel incredibly real and deeply immersive. But beyond the spectacular romance and the survival mechanics, the soul of Last Light lies in its characters and the heavy burden of trust. The protagonist isn't just a survivor, they are a deeply human individual struggling with the moral weight of letting someone in when the world is falling apart. The emotional anchor of the story is their fierce, complicated bond with their partner, a relationship built on shared trauma and a mutual desire to build a future worth fighting for. The audiobook format elevates these intimate moments, making the quiet conversations in the dark feel just as impactful as the explosive, heart-pounding moments of crisis. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes a steady emotional build rather than a breathless sprint. A major threat to the community forces the couple to confront their deepest fears and unleash their full protective power. The finale is a breathtaking display of emotional courage, strategic brilliance, and raw, unbridled love. They don't just survive the assault, they prove that even in the end times, love is the ultimate survival tool, delivering a deeply satisfying, emotionally resonant payoff that cements their bond forever. Last Light is a triumph of the post-apocalyptic romance genre. It is sweet, spicy, and unapologetically hopeful. Claire Kent has crafted a novel that perfectly captures the thrill of finding home in the most unlikely places. Plug in your headphones, wrap up in a blanket, and join the journey. The world is ending, but their love is just beginning.